Welcome to Yaka Digital Network. Step into any bustling trading center in Uganda, and you will immediately see a vibrant, fast-paced economy in action. But think back to a time you bought a product from a market, only to take it home and realize you had been cheated. Maybe the food was expired, or the item was poorly made. This illustrates business ethics. On the left is pure maize flour. On the right, a bag mixed with sand. Ethics is a business's moral compass, choosing pure flour and doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. In a local economy, trust is the actual currency. A trader who cuts corners to make a quick shilling will quickly lose that trust, and the community will stop buying. The business eventually collapses on its own. Many struggling entrepreneurs believe a dangerous myth. They think that in a tough economy, cheating is the only way to survive. They justify bad practices as necessary shortcuts. Let's look at this table outlining common unethical practices and their hidden costs. If traders secretly agree to fix prices artificially high, they exploit consumers and destroy community trust. If a business sells substandard or fake products, they risk severe legal action and forced closure. Now look at the third row. Some business owners hide their true profits to evade paying URA taxes. This keeps the money in their pocket today, but because they have no official record of their income, they cannot qualify for bank loans later. Finally, the table shows the impact of bribery. Paying off an inspector or buying a tender acts as a poison in the system. It destroys market fairness, meaning contracts go to the highest bidder instead of the best worker. These supposed survival tactics do not help a business grow. They act as permanent ceilings, keeping the operation artificially small and constantly vulnerable to failure. Let's test this in the real world. Imagine you run a shop and you discover a 50-kilogram bag of sugar in your store has been slightly damaged by a roof leak. You have a choice. Do you pack it up and sell it at full price as if it were brand new? Or do you point out the damage to your customer and take a loss on the sale? Pause the video right here. Think about what happens to your shop's reputation over the next 5 years based on the choice you make today. If you chose to declare the damage, you accepted a small loss today, but you also proved to that customer that you honor a strict quality promise. That transparency builds a loyal customer base. In a Ugandan village where word of mouth travels fast, a reputation for honesty turns one-time buyers into reliable, long-term income. We can visualize the ethical entrepreneur's code as a living system, much like this deep-rooted mvule tree. The roots are your core values: transparency, accountability, fairness, and respect. When these roots are strong, they support an ethical business that naturally produces the fruits of steady profit, intense customer loyalty, and true longevity. This brings us to corporate social responsibility, or CSR. Many people assume this concept only applies to massive multinational corporations, but it scales down perfectly to the local level. A small shopkeeper practices effective CSR simply by keeping the area in front of their stall clean, or by taking a small portion of their weekly profits to support a village school project. To ensure you are staying on track, apply these 2 mental checks to your daily decisions. First, the news test. Would you be ashamed if your business practices were published on the front page of the paper? Second, the sustainability test. If every trader in the market copied your methods, would the community thrive? Or would it collapse? Integrity is the most valuable capital your business will ever hold. Build your operation on a foundation of honest values, and the success will follow. Thank you for learning with Yaka Digital Network. Watch more videos for all classes and get all content at yaka.cc.